G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Flashlight Crazy. Today I've got two FocusWorks here. We've got the FocusWorks F3 in aluminium and the FocusWorks F2 in aluminium. The F3 has a 5000K emitter. The F2 has a 4000K emitter. Let's check them out. Alrighty, so here they are. Take a look. Okay, let's look at the boxes first. So this is the F3 flashlight box, FocusWorks. Now, when it comes, it'll come like this and it'll just be snug in there, okay? So just pull it out. Now, really nice box, made in Canada by Mr. Geordie himself, Geordie Wallace. All right. So really nice packaging, really great packaging. There's the large picture of the F3. Now, F2, exactly the same. So it'll just come like that. No dramas at all. All right, so let's take a look at them. Now, I've got a couple of button tops and a couple of flat tops. So I'll just zoom in here. So I've been using the VapeCell F12, 1250 milliamp hour, 3.7 volt max continuous discharge, 3 amps, non-protected flat top and non-protected button top. Now, these lights do have low voltage protection, so it's not a problem to use unprotected cells. They'll take protected cells, it's not a problem as well. But I just wanted to see how they go with button tops and flat tops. I think Geordie sells button tops on his website, so I'm sure they'll work with button tops. Yeah, so use it whichever one you want. All right, so I'll now install the flat tops because that's how I use them anyway. And now the threads are really nice. And just as I am doing that, I'll just show you that you've got a really nice O-ring there. So it's a nice and thick O-ring there, which really does support the water resistance. And again, really nice threads, and again on the F3, really nice thick O-ring. All right, so first and foremost, you'll notice a difference in tint. So on my right, we've got 5000K, on my left, we've got 4000K. So Geordie at FocusWorks, the man, he offers a Nichia 4000K 219C, which is in that. And he offers a Samsung LH35 1D 5000K, which is in that. So I wanted to get one of each because not only did I want to show the difference between the F2 and the F3, because there are some differences that we'll cover, but I wanted to show the difference in the tint. Now, you can also opt for a memory mode or a no memory mode. I opted for no memory. I like to know that my lights come on in low mode for EDC especially every time. So I know some people out there, I know there are plenty of people out there who love memory mode. I'm just not one of them. I think I just like to know that what my light's going to come on in every time. And I tend to forget, if I've left it on in something else. So let's start with the F2 and just have a quick look at it. Now, aluminium finish, but I'm just going to show you how solid the aluminium is as well. Because now there's the driver and all the goodies down there. Because look at that thick tubing there. Absolutely great. Like, this is a strong light. And I spoke to Geordie as well because he doesn't have water resistance or drop resistance or anything like that listed on his website. But he told me that he's dropped his lights plenty of times and he's taken photos of them in water, in streams and things like that, and they're fine. So you've got a hard yakka EDC light in the F2 and the F3. So now if we start at the tail cap, and I'll just give you a bit more light. There you go. So that is the boot there, or the rubber bit that goes over the clicky switch. There is a McClicky switch in there, so a really nice solid switch. A lot of custom lights use it. You've got an O-ring down there as well, which it allows to hold for water resistance to hold the boot in. Then obviously you've got tail standing as well. Very, very easy to find the switch when you're holding it. Just no problem at all. Then you've got 2 screws here, which screw in this grade 5 titanium pocket clip. So really great pocket clip in this. And just while we're on the pocket clip, so far out of all the custom lights that I've seen, I haven't seen that many, by the way. I've seen, I've held Okluma, DCO, a Haiku McGizmo, and the FocusWorks F2 and F3. And so far, the pocket clips in the F2 and F3s mixed in with the smooth bodies make for the most incredible pocketing experience ever, or that I have experienced. What I mean by that is, you know how sometimes when you want to pocket a light, you have to hold your pocket and then slip it in. Otherwise, the pocket clip's too strong and it just pushes down the pocket. Like with a Malkoff, for example, you'll push the light in to your pocket and you've actually kind of got to hold your pocket to push the light in further. Otherwise, the clip will just take your pocket with you. Well, not the F2 and the F3. This thing, you can be on the phone or whatever, or doing something with your other hand and just pocket this light into your pocket and it just slips. The pocket just slips underneath that area there and then bang, up. Very deep carry. So it's a wonderful system that he's got. So simple and yet so wonderful. I love it. Now, one thing to notice here as well is that you've got a larger tail cap here, or not a cap, but a larger tail end, and then it dips all the way in for the body, and then again comes out at the head. So that's a really comfortable light to hold, and you can hold it in all sorts of different ways, and it's really comfortable. Hold it like a pen, hold it like that. It's just really comfortable to hold. So the fact that the tail and the head are both thicker than the body makes this light very, very comfortable. And as you can see here, you've got some patterns on the head there all the way around. Really, really nice. And then we've got a total internal style lens and a very thick bezel. I mean, I don't even want to call it a bezel. It's just a thick tubing that the head is made out of. Really, really great light. Really great light. And very simple, low, medium, and high. Low, medium, high. High goes up to almost 900 lumens, which is spec'd, I think, on the website or in other reviews. But yeah, it's about 900 lumens, which is bloody whopping for a small light like this. Just amazing. Now, one interesting thing is that, see these colors? We've got, it seems green and then blue, and yet on the website, both of these colors are listed as gunmetal blue. So, and I love the fact that they are different. But just to be aware, the colors that are listed on the website are very similar to the colors that you'll get, but they are custom lights, so the colors might change every now and then, and they might not photograph exactly how they are on the website. So now let's take a look at the F3. So the F3 is more of a straight bodied light. It does have a bit of a raised frill around the neck. It's got this little indent here as well, but it's more of a cylinder type light. So if we compare the two, you can see particularly in the bodies that there's a massive difference. Obviously the head's very different as well. I think we even have a bit of a longer head in the F2. No. But the bodies are what is very, very different in these lights. We have a thinner body in the F2, a much thicker body in the F3. Now, I don't know if that's going to affect weight. We will find out, but let's just see. Okay, so the tails are identical in width. The heads are basically identical, although this is a very neat circular pattern, whereas this has it's got like a raised edge and then a flat edge where those patterns are. You see that? Maybe if we go, oh no, that won't show it. So there are little cutouts in the F2. But now the F3's got this great little rings, 2 rings around the head there. Such a nice style. And I'll just get some light on there just to show you. Such a nice style it's got. And then all the way up to the neck here. Just a fantastic light. Same style. We got a McClicky switch, a boot there. We've got the FocusWorks logo, the 3 arrows, grade 5 titanium pocket clip, low, medium, and high again, and but this time in the 5000K. So I'll just zoom out and I'll give you a low shot on 5000K here, 4000K here, Samsung Nichia, and then 1, 2. That's medium. So we got a bit of different bleeding around there from obviously the total internal. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So there you have it. Now, the amazing thing about these lights is, see that? The further away you go back, the larger the hotspot gets. And they do really make for a phenomenal EDC light with a huge hotspot. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them on high and I'm going to see which one gets hotter. So 1, 2, 3. All right, let's see which one gets hotter, because I would imagine the 5000K will get hotter only because I reckon it is pumping out a little bit more lumens than the 4000K, but I could be wrong. I don't really know too much about different color tints and what would be hotter. But let's just see. So look, they're heating up. The heads are heating up very similarly in terms of speed. Nothing too crazy though. I don't need to let them go, but they are heating up. I'll just hold them for a little bit longer and see how they go. Now, another thing I want to say about these lights that I spoke to Geordie about as well is that, you know, FocusWorks is just Geordie and his wife. So everything that they put out is 2 people, and you've got to respect that, man. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, so the F2, believe it or not, is heating up quicker than the F3. Now, I think I know why that is. So now look, nothing crazy, but they're starting to get very warm. So that was about a minute. So at around about a minute, the heads start to get uncomfortable to hold. But I reckon it's because of these heat sinks. So I reckon that these heat sink areas on the F3 do better at dissipating heat than the F2s. And that's purely from my own experience. That's not a scientific fact. That's just that the F2 heated up a little bit more in the time that they were both on than the F3. And I reckon it's because of the heat sinks. Now, which one do you like better? Because I'm really struggling to work out which one I like better. I'm actually going to buy a titanium version in one of these in the 4000K and then sell whichever one of these I buy off. So I've just got 1 aluminium and 1 titanium. But I don't even know which one to buy. They're both so amazing. They don't have massive differences, but the differences are very subtle. I guess it really comes down to, I'm not too crazy about aesthetics. Like, you know, yeah, aesthetics are important, absolutely. But I like functionality and feel in a light. And both of these lights function perfectly and they both feel amazing. So they're both pocket great, as I've said. McClicky switch, you know, all the bells and whistles. They're just awesome. So I guess to me, it comes down to feel, which one's more comfortable. And look, the F3 is thicker, so it does feel thicker in the hand. The F2 does have this a bit more, I don't know, finesse about it, I guess, or something. I don't know, but this little cutout, this body bit here is just beautiful. And I think I might like the F2 better. But hey, I did say we were going to do some weights. So let's see, okay, if this opens. Jeez, why was that so bloody difficult? All right, so now I'm just going to take the batteries out to start with because I don't know if both of these batteries are fully charged. And I mean, they're obviously not because I just used them on turbo for a bit. So the F2 in aluminium without a battery is 53.5 grams. Okay, now the F3 in aluminium without the battery is 58.3 grams. Okay, so there is a difference. 53.5 exactly, 58.3. So 0.4. So let's say 5 grams difference in these two. Wow, that's not much. That's not much, and that surely is coming from this tubing body being thinner in the F2, surely. So, oh my goodness, these are such nice lights. Check out the logos on. I'll just put the batteries back in so I can actually show you a proper picture with some nice light. But the logos on the bodies are really nice as well. The FocusWorks logos, they're fantastic. So there's the FocusWorks logo on the F2. There it is on the F3. And now these come in all sorts of different colors as well. So all sorts of different colors, obviously titanium as well. And there is, I believe, an F3 pen light about to come out, which is nice. Now let's go out for some night shots and see how they both do at night in the different color tints. Then we'll come back for some final thoughts and prices. But before we do, let's just do a couple of measurements. Actually, I forgot that. Getting too excited with these two guys. So the length of the F2 is 103.47 millimeters. And the length of the F3 is 103.13 millimeters. The head is 21.76 millimeters for the F2. F3 is 21.79 millimeters. This is where the difference will be. So 19 millimeters exactly for the F2 body, 20 and a half, 1.5 millimeters difference all around. Crazy. And the F3, 20 and a half again. So yeah, we've got roughly the exact same width all the way down with the F3 and the F2, 20 and a half. Yeah. So in terms of the bodies, the dimensions are basically identical except for the actual body. So in terms of the dimensions in these lights, they're pretty much identical except for the body. We got 5 grams heavier in the F3, and it feels a bit more chunky because it is just the same width all the way down. All right, let's go out for some night shots and then we'll come back for some final thoughts, prices, and where to buy. Also, before we do, if you click on the FocusWorks link, it'll take you to FocusWorks, and in the description right now is a discount code which will give you 10% off any F2 or F3. F2 or F3. So the discount is flash like crazy, all one word, and that'll give you 10% off any F2 or F3. All right, see you in a sec. All right, here's the F2. That is on the lowest output. Absolutely gorgeous. And if I just move a little bit closer. Now, piss off, wind. There's no wind as I walk over here, and then as soon as I get here, seriously. All right, now that is on medium. Oh, come on. So that's the medium there. It's got some kick to it already, the old medium. Remember, this is 4,000K. Now, 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Great light. Love the tint on this one. And I love the total internal peripheral light. It's kind of like a diamond. Looks sick, man. That's great. Absolutely friggin' awesome. Up the tree. All right, let's go to the 5,000K F3. Okay, lowest output there. Still pretty good. Let me just move a bit closer. Pretty bloody cool indeed. Now, whoa, so that's medium. That's got a mad step up. And now, oh, look at that. That's huge. There's actually more peripheral light coming out of this one. Way more peripheral light. Man, I really like the 5000K F3, I gotta say. I really do. This is awesome. Man, this is really lighting this place up. All right, now we're gonna do a direct comparison. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so highest output in the 4000K F2, highest output in the 5000K F3. F2, F3, F2, F3. All right, which one would you choose? See ya. Alrighty, so night shots. Well, obviously the 4000K is, a warmer light. So if you prefer warmer light, go the 4000K all day long. 5000K seems brighter, it does seem like it offers more light. But, the total internals that these things offer, just the hot spots are enormous. They're just fantastic. I actually am really happy I've got one of each, because 5000K is going to be my outdoor light. 4000K is going to be my indoor light. So around the house, things like that, I'll go the 4000K. Outdoors, I'll go the 5000K all day long. So I hope that those night shots helped you kind of decipher what tint you'd want. In fact, let's just check on the wall here. So that's not much. So let me turn this light off, actually. There we go. So, okay, 1, 2, 3. So that's your 5000K on the wall there. So it is bright. It's quite bright. This room is quite lit up because of the outside light, the sun, because of the sun. And then look, 1, 2, 3. Then we got the 4000K over here. So massive. There's a difference, take a look. There's a bloody difference. So which one would you prefer? Like I said, indoors 4000K all day long, outdoors 5000K. Now, these do come in at $185 US from FocusWorks, not including shipping. However, if you use the code FlashlightCrazy, all one word, you will get 10% off any F2 or F3, and that includes titanium. Now, let's talk pros and cons. So, I don't think I've got any cons about these lights. I spoke to Geordie at length regarding my last review of the F2 in titanium, and I asked him things like, why don't you pot the lights? What's the water resistance? How do you make them? Time, all that sort of stuff. And he basically said to me that there's no point in potting these lights because it's overkill. And unless you're going to have a light mounted on a weapon that's constantly taking a lot of recoil, recoil, then you don't really need to pot a light. So the fact that Malkoffs and LZs and all that sort of stuff are potted is because that a lot of those lights are designed to be put on a rifle so that the electronics don't come loose when, you've got a friggin' machine gun or a rifle, bang, so it's all relative to what they're used for. These are EDC lights, and Geordie assured me that he has dropped his F2, I think he said, several times on the concrete and picked it up, no dramas, not even a glitch. And like I said in the video, he's also shown me photos of these lights in water submerged. So the O-rings are doing their job. The threads are in tightly. These things are machined, and however the hell he makes them are just to perfection. And I have been given a brand new appreciation and love for custom lights. Absolutely. And look, the pocket clips. I'll just see if I can show you. The camera's a bit too high. Oh no, there we go. So look, literally, bang. Look how easy that is to pocket and then pull it out. You don't have to grab the pocket and, leverage it to then push it in. This pocket clip is just perfect, and it's firm. It's so firm. Let's try the F3 now. So, bang, or F3's got a little bit more kick to it. It might be tightened a little bit more, but you still don't have to hold your pocket and then jam it in there. You literally can just put it in. Great. pull it out. The smooth action of these is phenomenal. So as you can see, these lights they pocket just brilliantly. Grade 5 titanium pocket clips, fantastic lights. Really, really happy with these lights. So if you're in the market for a EDC light that kind of does it all, I hope that this video has helped, especially with the difference between the FocusWorks F2 and F3, but also the difference with 4000 and 5000K. There they are. All right, guys, thanks very much for watching. Until next time, stay cool and stay safe. See ya.